Boys and Girls Club of America is teaming up with Buffalo Wild Wings. Jennifer Helgeson, President and CEO of Boys and Girls Clubs of Kentuckiana, and John Bestenleiner, District Manager of Buffalo Wild Wings, are both joining us this morning. Thank you so much for taking the time. And John, let's start with you. This is an easy way for the community to help out the partnership, but it's also a delicious one. What are the details?
Okay, so every year, typically it's in April, and we had to postpone it until August this year. We have what we call Community Day. It's where we give back to the Boys and Girls Club a part of our proceeds from our daily sales at all of our Buffalo Wild Wings. And this year it is Wednesday, August 19th. And all you have to do to participate is to come in and enjoy yourself, have a nice dinner or lunch, and part of the proceeds go back here locally to the Boys and Girls Club.
I mean, it's as simple as that. And we know that it's going to be wonderful. Now, Jennifer, you're no stranger to Great Day Live. You know that I, along with the rest of the GDL team, support Boys and Girls Clubs of Kentuckiana. And now, if not more than ever, you're so imperative to our youth. But remind our Great Day Live community, what's the mission?
The mission is truly providing hope and opportunity to those who need us most. Boys and Girls Clubs of Kentuckiana it's been around in our community now for over 60 years, and the mission is still the same. For Boys and Girls Clubs of America, we've been around for over 160 years. So it's critically important that we provide services to our youth. And as you said, absolutely, it is critically important now more than ever that we are open and serving our communities.
That's for sure. Now, John, can you describe the partnership between Boys and Girls Club of Kentuckiana in particular, because of course that's our viewership, and Buffalo Wild Wings?
Sure. As Buffalo Wild Wings, we got involved in the Boys and Girls Club in 2013. And the reason that we did is, we have our charitable giving centers. Our vision is there's a champion in every child, and we believe and are committed to helping all these kids participate in team sports and team activities. In order to do that, we really needed to raise funds and help foster the cost in what's involved in having team activities in sports, because there's a lot of things involved, whether it be uniforms, bus rides, commutes to and from, and all of the fees involved in that. And we really wanted to help really get as many people, as many kids involved in sports, because we truly believe that sports sets them up being part of a team and really helps them contribute to their confidence, build their confidence, and grow them as an individual, so that later on in life, those qualities come through.
I don't know about you, John and Jennifer, but I mean, I participated in sports from a very young age. And I mean, on occasion, I will say that I am one of those who, when giving like a team meeting or something, I definitely throw in those sports analogies, because I learned so much that is carried over into, every aspect of my life. Jennifer, why is it so important to have, a strong partner like Buffalo Wild Wings to support an initiative like this?
I think it's critically important. I think that as we think about our young people today and all of the challenges that they are facing, to have an outlet, to be able to have that physical activity, and to be able to have sports opportunities where they focus on teamwork. They learn communication skills. It helps improve their self-confidence. There's so many different strengths associated with sports and the leagues that Buffalo Wild Wings helps us to offer to our kids. And it's critically important, I think, also to have just this partnership. John is amazing. He's also a board member for Boys and Girls Clubs, has been involved with us. So it even goes beyond the corporate side of Buffalo Wild Wings. It's a part of who he is and his family as well. So we are grateful for our partnership.
Jennifer, asking another question of you. I mean, what are some of the things that Boys and Girls Club of Kentuckiana is doing right now to help kids and teens to continue to grow? I mean, I'm talking mentally and physically during these really uncertain times. And we know as we're getting into school, not school, virtual, not virtual, hybrid, not hybrid. I mean, it's this great unknown that is just exacerbating all of these issues.
Absolutely. So, when all of this, I guess, began in March, we actually closed the sites for our programming, but we offered as a distribution site. So we were handing out over 850 meals a day to the community, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We were providing resources, gift cards. We were doing collections for hygiene items and any types of activity or any types of supplies, excuse me, that they might need. I'm happy to say and share at this point in time, we have reopened. We are on a schedule at this point in time where we are serving 50 kids per day at Parkland, Shawnee, and Newburgh. So it's limited on the capacity, but the kids, I mean, they were at our doors. The first day that we opened and launched, I had the pleasure of being there, and the kids were just, I mean, they were wanting, of course, to give hugs with social distancing. We were practicing, but it was so refreshing to see our kids again, to provide that hope and opportunity to allow them back in. At this point in time, we have made a decision that we're going to remain open during the day hours, so that we can be a support for the NTI space. So as we think about having that non-traditional way of learning within the school system, we are going to advocate to have a teacher at each of our sites, but also have our program staff there so that we can support not only our kids who are trying to, as you said, figure out this new way of learning, but also to help our parents as well.
Definitely. We want to remind people that Community Day, you can support all of the wonderful things that Jennifer is saying, thanks to that partnership with Buffalo Wild Wings by just visiting your local Buffalo Wild Wings August 19th. Go and eat and support. But John, bringing this back to you, I mean, Buffalo Wild Wings is so committed to providing every kid with access to organized sports and dedicating again that August 19th Community Day to supporting Boys and Girls Clubs of Kentuckiana. So can you tell us a little bit more about Community Day?
Sure. The program, the partnership that we have with them, our program is called All Stars. And we really want to see our kids, their Boys and Girls Club kids, become All Stars. But the whole premise of the Community Day is that we partner together and drive, really, it's kind of a grassroots thing where we drive people in, and then they reap the rewards of having those additional sales, and part of the funds go back to them. We really want those funds to go to children's or kids athletics, and in the time right now where we really can't do the athletics, and we're practicing social distancing, and some of the sports are not in full swing. What we've come up with is our foundation is donating 44,000 sports balls nationally to different clubs, and our club specifically, I think we received 100 of them. Is that correct, Jennifer?
That's correct. Super excited.
And that's important.
We do all kinds of things from uniforms to balls, and help with the fields, and whatever the club deems they need to help have their kids participate in sports. And of course, basketball is huge here. So there.
That's for sure. Now, John, Jennifer talked about this just earlier. I mean, it's really important. And I know that this is something that you and Buffalo Wild Wings support as well. But for kids to be active, it's really, I mean, that's something that we have to ensure they're doing right now. We all know that. When you move your body, it affects your mind and your mental well-being overall.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we've seen how active in activity in sports directly relates to building that positive, self-confident individual who's a productive individual moving forward. like you said, you played sports, you use what you've learned for team meetings, and we've seen it over and over how beneficial this is.
Absolutely. I was going to say, well, you have hit this one out of the park, both of you. So thank you so much. I appreciate you, Jennifer and John, for taking the time. And again, Boys and Girls Club of America is teaming up with Buffalo Wild Wings. That Community Day is on August 19th. All you have to do is go find and enjoy your local Buffalo Wild Wings. And there you'll support the Boys and Girls Club of Kentuckiana. To learn more information, just visit greatdaylive.com, and we have all the links you could ever possibly want. Again, don't forget, go enjoy Buffalo Wild Wings August 19th for Community Day, supporting Boys and Girls Club of Kentuckiana.